All right. Testing. Let me go ahead and see if it went live or not real fast. Let me go ahead and see. Okay. We good. We good. All right. Shalom. It's your brother Gadal, from the Dream of Dallas. And, today we didn't end up going out for camp today. The weather ain't looking too good out here in Dallas. So, some brothers done got together and did a lesson. Some brothers, doing what I'm doing. So we all doing live shows today. And, Lord willing, y'all be edified. And, Slakia. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Brakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your household. All right. And as you see in the title, just open forum. So, I'm just really going to go through it really in the spirit, whatever the Lord give me. And, right now, kind of want to go into the topic about basically faith, how the Lord, he's coming here to basically find faith, right? As we're finna go ahead and get right here, go ahead and get that in Luke chapter 18 and verse 8. It says, I tell you that he will avenge him speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth, right? Why is that even a question? Shall he find faith on the earth? Because the faith on earth is going to be so, faith on earth is going to be so scarce that it's going to be like, it's like, why should you believe, right? Why should you think that anybody's going to come save you out of primitive Jacob trouble, man? What did Edris say? Right? Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that real quick. Who will deliver me in those days, right? It's like you, damn it. Same, right? I tell you. Here it goes. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Because Ezra was getting a vision of basically of what's to come, right? The destruction that's going to come to this place, right? The way it's going to be looking, when the Lord is basically fucking up this place, excuse my French, but just messing up this place, man. It's going to look like that, bro. Nobody's going to get saved, right? That's why our scriptures goes into how the righteous. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and get that. I ain't finna just be quoting like I usually do. Well, I might quote some of them, but I'm gonna get these scriptures. And Lord willing, y'all do be edified. Scarcely be saved, because we're coming into a time never before ever seen in the whole world, just like in the days of Noah, right? All right, First Peter, what is it? 4 and 18. All right, here it goes. This is First Peter chapter 4 and verse. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get verse 17. Verse 17 says, for the time has come that the judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Bashem Shai. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end of them that obey not the gospel? Right? So when it said the judgment is going to begin with us, it's going to begin with the ones that's in the know, right? AKA the ones that claim that they serve Yahweh Bashem Shai, right? Talking about us and the other Hebrew Israelite groups, right? So the Lord's gonna test us first before he really start getting everybody else. Reading on, verse 18, it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the godly and unsin and Shlaki, and the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the godly and the sinner appear? Right? So if the righteous is scarcely going to be saved, as it says, where shall the godly and the sinner shall appear? In other words, man, like, how much more are these sinners, bro? That's why scriptures goes into worry not how the ungodly shall be punished, but concern about the righteous. Be concerned about the righteous, because as living in 2025, man, the Lord is already moving, right? And I already quoted this, I think, in my last lesson, that like all this has already happened. California, Cali wildfires and stuff. It's like stuff has already happened, and Trump not even in office yet. How much more would Trump get it off? And this is just the first month of the year. We only in the 10th day of this year. So like, and then things are going to continue to ramp up and get worse and worse and worse. So it's going to look like the Lord ain't going to save nobody, right? But now let's go back to that Luke. Let me go back to the Luke. I did say I want to go into faith. Going back to Luke chapter 18 and verse 8, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on earth? So who's going to be believing in the midst of all this chaos, all of this destruction that is going on within the earth, right? And we're going to get that Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. Them are the ones that's going to believe, because them are the ones that's going to have the mark, aka what? The Y, right? Let's go ahead and get it. It's Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. It says, and Yahweh Bashem Shai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry. Yeah, that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. Right? So set a mark, right? Because there's two kinds of marks. You got the mark of judgment, which is Esau's Edom mark, the one you read in Revelation 13 and 16, right? And you got this mark, right? I'm just go ahead and get it real fast, for the ones that don't know, because we get new people every day. Let's go ahead and get into that word mark. So, man, I messed up, man. Slocky, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. There you go. This is Strong's H 8420. It says the Wa, right? The Wa, which is mark a sign. As a sign of exemption from judgment, right? Judgment that's what gonna come upon really this whole world, man, this earth. Now, I'm not saying there's not going to be no martyrs, which is someone, really a martyr is just somebody that dies in the faith. But most of the time when brother use martyrs, we usually use it for the time of day of trouble. Jake, has to go into the guillotine, right? So there is going to be martyrs, but guess what? They're gonna still have that mark of the Wa in their head, right? In other words, they're still going to be good. Right? Not all of us is going to taste of this, but there will be some of us. But even in that, you can still be part of the elect if you've been serving Yahweh Bashem Shai. Right? As it says in Daniel 12 and 2, because in Daniel 12 and 2, let me just get that real quick. Because in Daniel 12 and 2, it tells you that some is going to wake up to everlasting life. And here it goes right here. Let me get it. This Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. Right? So that's talking about the dead. That's that's talking about the elect as well as the two-thirds. I'm gonna read. It says, some to everlasting life and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Right? So some people, they're gonna wake up that have died in the faith, like whatever time, like earlier in this truth, maybe they might have ended up dying of old age, or however the Lord had it set, but they were serving the Lord. So guess what? Their works do follow them, as Scripture say. they're going to wake up to what? Everlasting life. They're going to wake up being beamed up to a chariot, man. Right? And some to shame and everlasting contempt. And that's the 2/3 right there. Some people, they think they're gonna get smooth death on the side. Nah. You finna perish, and then you're finna go chill with the Lord just like a couple of seconds, bro. Because time is different, in a spiritual realm than it is like down here. It's way slower down here. It's like, yeah, it's way slower down here. So you finna 2/3 finna wake up to swallowing a missile. Right? In other words, man, they're not escaping from judgment. Lord gonna get them. Lord ain't finna let these 2/3 heads go to sleep in peace. Rather if they just died an easy death, or some people, died an easy death, right? Whether it was they either got shot or they died in their sleep or something. Nah, we're finna get you up. All right, go down there, go ahead. You're gonna have to eat this missile and do what it do, man. You've been in Wiki, so wicked man's reward, right? All right, so so you ain't escaping that, buddy. You ain't escaping it. All right, so these people gonna have that mark of the wall. In other words, man, the ones that have that the wall, they're gonna keep the faith, right? If the Lord put the mark in your head to be delivered, guess what? You're gonna be the ones that's gonna continue to believe, right? The Lord's gonna have it to where you continue to believe, even the ones that come in at the very, very last hour. Right? Because we still got some that's gonna come in at the very last second, and all they're gonna know is the names. They're not gonna know scriptures really, right? But they might have heard some scripture, but they're not gonna have the full understanding of it. You're gonna have people like that get saved, right? All they're gonna know is Yahweh Bashem shot. Yahweh shot. That's it. And the Lord showed mercy on them. Scripture goes to, man, he had mercy on whom he had mercy, he had compassion on whom he had compassion. Well, for every reason for the Lord saving them, that's the reasons of the Lord. Because, we don't deserve it. And, just because we're doing the work, that doesn't mean we deserve it. Now, it shows that we have the potentials of being of the elect because we're doing the things as the elect. We're putting on as the elect, as scriptures say. But that doesn't mean we are. You've seen countless of brothers fall out. Well, people we thought were brothers fall out. All right. But continuing on, we'll go ahead and get into Hebrews. Yeah. Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right? And for you to have faith in that day, in a time that was never before seen ever on the planet Earth, man. You really got to get that built up in you, to really have the most possible chance, to be honest. Like I said, the Lord can easily like I said, for the ones from the last hour, but guess what? You don't know if you're going to be a part of that, right? It's best to, through the power of spirit, how about you shot, be stacking up on that right now, building up your faith, building up your relationship and your how about you shot as much as possible, right? Something that brothers been going into, man, like really, strengthening your relationship, man. And when they say strengthen your relationship with the Lord, they talking about strengthening your faith, because that's what you're going to need. We are coming into some times where it looked like, bro, like people are Lord. It looked like the Lord finna just be killing everybody, right? Lord, it looks like man, ain't nobody getting saved. Who is the Lord going to save? But we got the scriptures that tell us that the Lord is going to save people. It's not going to look like it. And that's where faith got to come in, right? Because the sight, it's like the sight of the situations, man, it's gonna get real scary, bro. Brothers had visions, of what's to come, of things that can possibly happen in the future. SWAT coming in inside their house. And they're trying to hide, and if they find them, they gonna kill them. But the Lord just have it to where like they just don't find them, even though they search the whole house. Them are the times that we are coming into, bro. Right? And like it's like your faith is gonna have to be on par with that, man. That's why it's important as the Apostle Paul loves to say, man, you know, since he's been down here, man, keeping that medicine strong, aka prayer. Praying onto Yahweh Shem Shai is going to keep that relationship strong. That connection is going to be there because you're constantly talking to him. Right? You since you're constantly talking to him, you constantly calling upon the Lord. That's why it's important to pray before you leave. Pray when you eat. Pray for spiritual gifts. Pray. Right? Because you can't never pray enough. Because you're gonna need it. It's strengthening you. It's strengthening your faith, bro. So if you're in a constant state of praying to Yahweh Shem Shai, right? If you're in a constant state of doing that, guess what? It's gonna be like second nature to call upon the Lord, like, man, Yahweh Shem Shai. Sometimes that might be all you be able to get out before like something happens right there, like just Yahweh Shem Shai. That's it. The Lord delivers you. But you've been exercising that faith muscle for so long because you've been praying so long and Lord been coming through for you so many times. It's gonna be like second nature, bro. And that's exactly what we need in these times, right? We need it to be second nature, bro. Now, of course, oh shit, Satan. Ooh, that was close. But of course, flesh is gonna do what it do. Flesh is gonna feel some kind of way when things happen, right? Of course, it's gonna feel some kind of way when certain things happen. But guess what? That's for that spirit. The spirit got to kick in. It has to. If it doesn't, bro, you're donezo. It's like you, but you know you're done. All right, you're done. You can't. Ain't nothing you can do. Right? But I'm gonna go ahead and jump down to. I'm gonna just jump down to verse 4. Get some of these examples right here. So like you. Okay, so like this is Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 4. It says by faith Abel offered unto Yahweh by Shem Yahushua a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, Yahweh Shem Yahushua testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. Right? So by faith Abel offered unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua more excellent sacrifice. His belief in him. You know, you can say the faith and fear, both of those goes hand in hand. As you can read in Sirach chapter 19, verse 18, it goes into how faith is the first, not faith, my bad. The fear of the Lord is the first step of being acceptable of him. But first you have to believe that it's the Lord. It takes faith to believe, okay, that's the Lord. And then fear is going to kick in right after. You can't fear something you don't believe in, right? Right. So first you got to believe on it, and that fear is going to really solidify. Right. That fear of the Lord is going to drive you to do what you need to do. You know, help. Shit, I give first to them, but shit, the fear of the Lord made me get my ass up and do this lesson. You know, like I ain't gonna lie to you, I was really messed up like just not too long ago, and I was like, man, you know, through the power of spirit, how about Cheryl Shot? Like, man, fuck this. I need to get up. I need to get up and do this lesson. Right? No, shit, I'm already feeling better. You know? So, like, through fear and faith, it's going to drive you to do what is commanded of you. Do what's well-pleasing unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? And all this stuff you get built up with more and more through time. But what better time to do it than, honestly, right now? You know, we ain't got much time. The mirth is already gone from this place. You saw how Christmas was. Everybody saying Merry Christmas, but it really didn't feel like that was in the Christmas spirit, though, in my opinion. Just saying. You know, I'm pretty sure brother could testify, like, they didn't feel like they were really in the Christmas spirit. Like, they say Merry Christmas, but they wasn't really in the spirit like that, like in previous years. Showing you that the mirth is leaving this place, aka the joy. But yeah, continuing on, back in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 5, it says, by faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, right? Because Enoch, he pleased the Lord so well, so much that Lord wanted him to get him out of there, just so he wouldn't be corrupted by these other people eventually, right? That's how much he was pleasing the Lord. And all this begins with faith, your belief. in Yahweh Bashem Shai. You have to believe. Matter of fact, it's gonna get into it, man. Let me let the scripture do the talking. So like, all right, back in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 5 from top, it says, by faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because Yahweh Bashem Shai had translated him. For before his translation, he had his this testimony that he pleased Yahweh Bashem Shai. Right? So he pleased the Lord so much, right? That the Lord, like, man, I gotta get him out of there, bro. I got it, bro. That's what that's what we trying to be on. You trying to please the Lord so much that he get us out of here. But we just, we gotta partaking in these sufferings as see how Shai did, right? It's gonna hurt like hell. It's not gonna be feel good. It's not gonna feel good, but guess what? It's gonna be hella worth it. As it says in Romans chapter 8 and verse 18. Right? So continuing on, and this is the point I really wanted to get right here. Wait, dang it. I think I scrolled right past it. Here it goes. This is Hebrews chapter 11. Now we have verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh Bashem Shai must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So you must believe. It starts off with faith, and then the fear kicks in. Your faith is you believing in something you can't even see, right? We believe in something we can't see. We don't see the Lord physically here, but we do see parts of the Lord's spirit mingled in within the brothers. But we never seen the Lord just eye to eye. We seen Yahweh Shai just, oh shit, we ain't never seen that. So now it's like, man, it's a faith thing, man. Right? Hell, it takes faith for you to believe that you're gonna even get delivered, man. It takes faith for you to, when you mess up, when you fall, as scripture says, man, a just man falls 7 times and rises up again. It takes faith for you to believe that you're gonna be able to get up and keep on serving and having hopes that the Lord can still save you. It takes faith for all of that, bro. Right? That's why, man, I'm gonna get it real fast. Let me get this real fast, man. Romans 8 and 28, man. Romans 8 and 28. I gotta get it, man. That's exactly why, I love to harp on, like, man, no matter what you're going through, bro, it's for your purpose. No matter how bad it seems, like, however you feel about it, you always have to keep in mind the Lord sanctioned for that to happen. He stamped and said, yes, I want this to happen to this brother, because I know it's going to do this to him. It's going to build him up in this way. Let me get this. Romans chapter 8 and verse 28 says, and we know that all things, keyword, all things, work together for good to them that love Yahweh Bashem Shai, to them who are the called according to his purpose. Right? So all things, meaning every aspect of your walk, it's going to work good for you because you love Yahweh Bashem Shai. And how you show that you love the Lord? Keeping his commandments, right? You keeping the Lord's commandments to the best of your ability, right? Ultimately, if you fear the Lord, because all this stems from fearing the Lord, hey, you about to fall showing that you love him. Because guess what? It says, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments, right? It also says in what Sirach 2, those that fear me will not disobey his word and do what's well pleasing unto him. So if you fear him and you're trying to do what's well pleasing unto him, and what's well pleasing unto him is departing from evil and keeping his commandments, you about to fall is showing that you love him. Simple as that. But yeah, man, it's just like, bro, just keep it in mind, like, no matter what goes on within your walk, bro, the Lord, if you love the Lord, bro, he's working, bro. Man, it's like you, man. It's like you. Just gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. Call out y'all about something, man. I'm feeling pumped up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm trying not to be too loud. Shoot. Yeah, see, man. Trying to keep my vibe. All right. Oh. Yes. Right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 75. It says, "Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Yahweh Shai is your God, and the God of them that keep my commandments and precept," which is the ones that love the Lord. That's what they're going to be doing, right? Saith the Lord Yahweh, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. So the Lord is already guiding us to what we're going to do anyway. He predestined our whole goddamn walk. We're just the ones that don't know about it. And it takes faith to believe that, man. Hell, you pray. Oh, man, you got to make sure you're praying, bro. Pray to the Lord, man, that He allows you to just keep you on the right path, keep you in His truth, and keep you doing what's right. In the side of you, how about you keeping that healthy fear, man? Because, man, it's hard, bro. This is hard, man. This is like one of the hardest things you can do that a man can ever do in their life. But yeah, it leads to the greatest reward, which is the kingdom of heaven, right? Obtaining the kingdom of heaven, being part of the lake, man, being able to call Yahweh Shai your friend, man, right? And who in their right mind wouldn't want that, right? Call the Lord his friend, man. You're able to go to Yahweh Shai, be like, hey, what's up? You know, like, hey, you know, and get whatever you desire from Yahweh Shai, man. You know, like, who wouldn't want that? But all this, like I said, bro, can't do none of that without first having faith. Once you have faith, fear kicks in right after. So I'm gonna read Hebrews 11:6 again. I'm gonna get into verse 7. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. It says, "But without faith, it is impossible." Meaning, bro, you have no way in chance. What? To please Him. Right? So there ain't no way in hell you can be able to please the Lord if you don't believe in Him. Because if you don't believe in Him, you're not gonna do shit for Him. You ain't gonna be scared. You ain't gonna fear nothing you don't believe in. You're not gonna do anything for nothing that you don't believe in. It's like Buddha, whatever. I'll just give that small example. Right? The Buddha shit. Right? If you don't believe in Buddha, you ain't gonna be sitting there trying to bow down, giving praises to Buddha, doing whatever custom you got for Buddha. You ain't gonna be able to do. You're not gonna do all that because you don't believe in Him in the first place. It's like that with Yahweh Bashem Shai, right? And to be honest, I really don't like using that. I didn't really like that example, but that's what I could think of at the moment, right? So if you believe in Yahweh Bashem Shai, guess what? That's the first part, the faith, and then the fear is gonna kick in right after. They both really go in synonymous, but it's right after because guess what, man? You're gonna realize that He doesn't play. The true living power Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai. Man, I'll steer man. That's all I can say. It's very serious. They don't play. Hell, we talking about the ones that flooded the damn earth, man. Like, damn, you know, that's not something you want to be an enemy of. But Salakia, let me get back to it. So Hebrews chapter 11, one more time, last time, and I'm gonna read to verse 7. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6 says, "But without faith is it impossible to please Him, as we went into, for he that cometh to Yahweh Bashem Shai must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him." You must believe that He is. He is Yahweh. He is. You must believe. If you don't, guess what? You're not gonna do shit to serve Him. Verse 7. I like this one. "By faith, Noah being warned of Yahweh Bashem Shai of things not yet seen, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heirs of the righteousness which is by faith." Right? So by faith, being warned of the Lord, moved through fear, prepared an ark. Right? And is that what we're not doing really right now? We're literally doing exactly what Noah did, just in a different time period, and it's more of us. That's the only difference. We get that in Matthew 24 real fast. This is Satan, dude. I tell you, man. My bad. Come on, man. You know what I meant. Huh? Oh, I typed it wrong. There. No. Slacky, Being difficult. Come on now, you being difficult. Satan, boy, I tell you, he don't like it. He don't like it. He doesn't like it. Okay. All right. Where is it? Matthew 24. Where is it? Is the days of Noah shall be for them? What is it? 30? 24. Yeah. It's like, yeah. I know it's in 24. Yeah, here it goes. 37. All right, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 37. Right? We're doing the exact same thing as Noah, right? You know, moving with fear ultimately. First, faith. First, you have to believe that he is first. Then the fear kicks in. Okay, we're being warned. The Lord has called us into the truth, and he letting us know, okay, this place, hey, let y'all know, this place gonna get destroyed soon to come. Preach the word, right? And stay out the way. Love one another as Yahweh has loved you. Right? Simple as that. You know, and grow within this thing, man. And if you're serious, you are going to grow. But I'm going to get this Matthew chapter 24 and verse 37. It says, but as the days of Noah, well, it says knowing, but it's going to Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. So that's mean as the days of Son of Noah were, right? So, matter of fact, it's going to explain it. My bad. I keep forgetting it's going to do that. Verse 38, Matthew chapter 24, verse 38. It says, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day Noah entered into the ark. Right? And do we not see that now? You know, people don't give a damn about what we're doing. They don't care. They don't believe in the Lord. So they believe in Jesus Christ, aka Serapis Christos. Right, that pagan deity that Ptolemy the second created. Right, that's what they believe in. Right, Jesus Christ, man. You do whatever you want, and right before you die, Lord, forgive me. Perish. You're in heaven. Woo, right? Nah, nigga, shit don't work like that. Right now, yes, everybody's gonna meet the Lord, but it ain't no heaven and hell. But that's another lesson for another time. But just saying, we are in the same state as Noah, man. Right? We're building. We just, instead of the ark being physical, it's a spiritual ark. Right? We're building an ark. We're going on the highways and byways, fishing for the elect. Right? Catching that bass, catching the clean fishes. Right? And throwing away the ones that are unclean, the catfishes, aka the scoffers, the ones that the reprobates that the Lord don't want. Right? And in the process of doing that, man, people gonna be chilling. People not gonna be giving a damn. They're just gonna worry about they worried about getting up and going to work tomorrow. What's the next big event they can go to? Shit, Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboy gang, right? I heard they doing bad. The Mavericks. You know, I'm in Dallas, so I'm just naming them. You know, or whatever, you know, soccer team, or whatever that doesn't really fucking matter. Straight up, right? That's what they're worried about. Doing that. As it says, marrying and giving in marriage, like that's all they worry about. They ain't no concern of serving the Lord, right? Matthew chapter 24, verse 39, it says, and knew not until the flood came, it took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be, right? So, look, they knew not until the flood came, meaning these niggas not gonna get it until it's too goddamn late. Getting that 2 Esdras 9 and 11. Since I said that, because that's what I'm thinking of right now. Because this is exactly what our people is doing, man. And you don't want to fulfill this lie, bro. Right? You don't want to fulfill this lie. The Lord has blessed you with the ears, the eyes to see and the ears to hear, spiritual eyes, meaning, right? And spiritual ears. You better take heed, homeboy. Right? So it says in Sirach chapter 5 and 7, tarry not to turn to the Lord, for he gonna come as a thief, right? But let me go ahead and get this 2 Esdras 9 and 11. All right. Oh, my bad. I'm not even sharing it. Let me check real fast. Yeah, I'm sharing it. Okay. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 11. It says, and they have loathed my law, despise. That's what it despise or intense dislike for. These 2/3, right? Because guess what? They don't believe in the Lord anyway. They don't care about the Lord. They don't love the Lord. They don't fear the Lord. So guess what? They're gonna hate the law, because the flesh is what? Wicked. Because that's all they know is the flesh, right? Read on. It says, while they had yet liberty, which is the freedom right now in this grace period to do what's right, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. So they despise Yahweh Shem Shah, man, right? As you know, brothers that be in this faith, we know, right? There's gonna be more people that don't believe that do, right? When you come up, we're expecting you to scoff. It's man, if you don't scoff and you actually intrigued, oh, bro, brothers are gonna be so quick to pour into you, you don't even know how fast it'll happen. I've seen it too many times, right? Verse 12 says, the same must know it after death by pain. So, in other words, they're literally not going to get it, as it says in Matthew 24, right? 24 and 39, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. So they're not going to fully get it until it's too goddamn late, and that's on them. You don't want to fulfill that, man. Right? You want to fulfill this in this Hebrews 11 and 7. Right? By faith and being warned of Yahweh Shem Shai. How are we being warned right now? Through the prophets, bro. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20 on down. Man, being warned, you get warned by the prophets first. Man, if you don't repent, the Lord gonna kill you. Huh? Hold on, what you talking about? Get into however the Lord got you with the bait. However he got you. Right? So yeah, man, Lord sent his prophets to warn you, right? And being moved with fear, guess what? You start serving Yahweh Shem Shai, right? I know that's how it happened to me. Like when I actually started doing the works, because I believed when I first heard it, but when I first actually started doing it, actually making lessons and really trying to get into it, man, Lord scared my ass, you know. I'm where I'm at. Oh yeah, Hebrews 11:7. I'm just read through that one more time. Slaki, yeah, man, it's a spirit, fuck it. It's a spirit. By Hebrews chapter 11, verse 7 says, by faith, Noah being warned of the Most High, of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. Faith. You need faith. If you don't got faith, man, you're not gonna you can't even get started because you don't believe. How can fear even kick in if you don't believe? Faith and fear is synonymous. You're not gonna fear nothing you don't believe in, right? If you believe in ghosts, you're gonna fear that shit, man. But if you don't, you can care less. Simple as that, right? All right, let's continue on, man. All right. Because even though I'm saying, you gotta have faith, man. Faith, hey, I'm gonna get into it. You're gonna see the title of it right here. James chapter 2, start at verse 14, and then look at the title, man. It says faith and works, right? So you must have works to prove your faith, right? Because if you have faith, man, you're gonna have your works. You're gonna prove that you have faith. It's like, all right, let me go ahead and get into it. This is James chapter 2 and verse 14. It says, what doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and hath not works? Can faith save him? Right? And that's a question, right? It's the answer is no. We're gonna jump down to verse 17, and it says, even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead being alone. So okay, you believe, but you ain't showing You ain't showing your faith by your day-to-day lives. Hell, it's simply in the way you think, right? You're not changing mentally. You still the same nigga, but you know how about you on shop, but you still got dreads and you eating pork, right? You can't even cut off the simple shit. Your hair, man. We too old to be caring about our hair. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to look good, okay, right? But come on, bro. You dread, you having dreads is you showing that you serving another god. That's the whole reason. You're not just saying it because like, oh man, it's too girl like. Really, to be honest, dreads are really short, but dreads itself, you serving another god. Simple as that. Just cut it off. Just cut it off. But the only ones that truly believe and have fear, and how about Sharon Shah? They're gonna move with that faith and that fear, and they're gonna cut their hair off. Right? They don't stop getting lineups. They're going to stop shaving their beards. In other words, you're going to start keeping the law, statute, commandments to the best of your ability. Instead of just saying, oh, I'm saved by grace. Yes, grace is a part of it, but, as it says in Romans, let me see if I can find it real fast. I think it's in 3, I think. Let me check. Dang it. Slocky. It's low-key slipping my mind. Let me see if I find it. Fuck. Dang it, man. It slipped in my mind, bro. Dang. Okay, here you go. I think it just came back. Here it goes. It's 6. There it goes. Slocky. This is Romans chapter 6 and verse 1. It says, what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? That's what the average mojo thinks, bro. They think they can just keep sinning against Yahweh Shem Shai and thinking that, like, okay, we're going to get saved through that. Hey, what it says, Yahweh forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? Right? So they're in. So in other words, bro, if you're dead to sin, you're supposed to be offending less. Because we're gonna sin regardless, yes. But that's when the grace kicks in. It's when you're trying and you fall, not you falling just a damn fall. Right? So, not to get too far into that, going back into James chapter 2, where we at? 17 says, even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead being alone. Verse 18, it says, yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I show thee my faith by my works. Okay, so we know we're not saved by works. Throwing that out there. Just saying that so nobody can be like, oh, so we're saved by works. No, we're not. Okay, so we are saved by faith. Ephesians chapter 2 and 8, right? For by grace and faith are ye saved. Well, yeah, and through faith are ye saved, right? So with that being said, but faith hath works. Your works is what proves your faith. For example, what I'm doing right now is a proof that of my faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? You can't just say you got faith and you ain't doing shit to show that you have faith. You trying to be like that that one is correct. I know brothers know what I'm talking about. I love you, God. Doing that dancing bullshit, man. Nah, bro. Nah. Dude, preach not the damn words like it. Preach the word, man. Preach the word and be brotherly. Do what the Lord asked you to do. The Lord didn't ask you to go pop and lock in front of some Jake until you make them believe. Showing you, I love you. Trying to do that hugging bullshit. Oh, man, it's like it, bro. But yeah, man, nah, bro. Nah, you that's not finna work. All right, you have to. There's a certain way you have to serve Yahweh Shem Shai, right? You know, scriptures go to how you have to strive lawfully, man. You got to do what the Lord has asked you to do. And the things that the Lord has asked us to do, one thing I know he really wants us to do is to feed his sheep. If you have been gifted with the ability to prophesy, to preach unto the Lord's man, to a sheep, you better be doing it. Because if you're not, you're hiding your talent. Simple as that, right? You're hiding your talent, man. And you know how the Lord feels about that. This is the Lord business. You ain't doing your job, man. You finna get fired. Okay? Simple as that. Now, if you ain't been gifted with that, hey, it's something you got to be able to do, right? You know, even as a believer, you know, believers will send gifts to the prophets and stuff. I'm not saying you have to do that, right? It's just anything. If you really don't know, man, you pray to the Lord about it, bro. The Lord is there to help you. Pray to him. Yeah, about Bible Shah, like, you know, let me know something that I can do. Hell, you know, he might put a spirit onto you to ask a brother, and the brother tells you however it happens. You know, I've been fortunate enough. Well, I've been blessed that the Lord has allowed me to be able to preach, because I didn't know I was going to do this. I've been wanting to do this for a minute before I actually started doing it. You know, and the Lord allowed me to do it. So now I know how it feels to be on the other side to just believe, but like, you know, like if that's like your lot, you know, yeah, you got to be doing something. You got to have some kind of works, bro. You can't just believe. Now, if you're a woman, I mean, as a woman, you just serve your man. You serve your man, you making your man happy, you making the Lord happy, right? And you keep the law, statutes, commandment. Even if your man, even if you have an unbelieving husband, right? As it says in 1 Corinthians, you know, if your husband is pleased to dwell with thee, right? If I'm not mistaken, you know, if they pleased to dwell with you, you stay with them. And what you're gonna do anyway as a woman? You can't just leave them. Then you'll be committing adultery right after that. You know? But yeah, it's neither here nor there. But yeah, faith got works, bro. So you have to prove your faith in your how by Shem Shai. And there's like many ways that the Lord can like increase your faith, man. All right. But especially and now, just speaking as a man, the way I see the Lord doing it is by putting brothers in more and more like harsh situations or harder situations that's really going to test your faith in Yahweh Shem Shai, having that trust in Yahweh Shem Shai, right? So, you know, what you've been building up now, you're going to have to use that. Lord's going to put you in situations like, man, if you don't call upon the Lord or like put your trust in him, good luck, right? You're just going to be bugging the fuck out, right? Oh, shit, man. My keys or something like that. I don't know, however the Lord tests you, man, right? Because these situations, we know, as we know, Jacob's trouble, it's going to be a time we never before seen, right? So if we're in the process of being prepared right now, what you think the Lord's going to be doing? You tell me that. Matter of fact, yeah, you think that what would you do if you had somebody you care about and you knew that this shit was coming? Like, damn, if I don't get him to this point, then he's not going to make it. But if I do this to him, he can make it. You tell me, what would you do? Would you do it? Even though they're not gonna be happy. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna bring some tears to your eyes, right? You're gonna cry. You're gonna be like, damn, Lord, they're gonna be confused. But you know that, like, if I do this, it's gonna get them right though. You tell me, what would you do? Would you sit there and just let them? Okay, I'd rather them see him happy right now, right? And then perish later, or put them through that ringer right now. Blood, sweat, tears, being tiring them out, just so they can be with you and be happy forever. You tell me, what would you do? Seemed like a pretty simple answer to me, right? You gonna put them through that shit, man, right? At least I would hope so, right? That's the Lord doing with us, man, because He loves us. As you can read in Hebrews chapter 12. Guess what? He knows what we need. He knows how much we can handle. We don't know how much you don't even know the numbers of hairs that's on your head at this very second. We don't know that. He does, though. Which lets you know He knows us better than us. So the things He put us through, even though it feel like you can't handle it, you can, because the Lord is not gonna put something onto you that you can't bear. If you couldn't bear it, the Lord wouldn't put it on you if He loves you. Right? And we're coming into some times like as you know, Matthew 24, man. As the Lord speeds up the time, right? And I think I did this in my last lift, and I'm not mistaken. This is like, as the Lord speeds up this time, guess what? The Lord got to amp up the hell that we go through too, right? You got to understand it. The Lord got to amp up. You got to make that hell increase. You got to go through more because you got to be increased that much faster. The time's going fast. The Lord finna put you through that hell just as quick, right? We coming from a time where like some big might happen 1 year, maybe a year or two go by, then some big else happen. No, we coming into a point to where, oh, okay, this year within the first month, 2 or 3 big things can happen within your life, and it's all to build you up. Now, this the time. Them are the times we coming into, and speak to myself first and foremost, because I got my battles I got to go through, right? Praying to the Lord every day to just make me ready, make us ready, man. You sincere Akim as well as Aquaf, make us ready for the times we coming into, bro. Because, bro, after this is it. Like, bro, after this is it. No more pain, no more sorrow, no more crying. The only crying we're gonna be seeing is tears of joy. This is what we fighting for, bro. And the last thing you want to do is not be prepared and be like, man, I didn't give it my. No, bro, you gotta give it all. That's why the Lord put the spirit on the apostles, right, to really get on brothers to push harder, as well as just like believing, bro. Now it's not the time to be getting weak. Now it's not the time to be like like playing scary and shit, man. Man, it's time to turn up. Demons are turning up on us. We got to turn up. It's like, but yeah, man. Yeah, there's just something. Just speaking as a man, it's like you for rambling. I was kind of rambling for a little second there, but I just had to get it out, right? So you first, you have to, in order for you got to have faith, which faith comes with fear, right? And with that being said, that's going to drive you to do works, right? Because if you have faith, it's going to be shown within your works because you fear Him. You can read that in Sirach chapter 2. Right? You go to fear Him. Those that fear the Lord will not disobey His word. Those that fear the Lord will do as well pleasing Him. That's all in Sirach 2. Right? So you're going to be doing these things, and the Lord's going to be building you up in other ways in faith by putting you in situations to trust in Him. Psalm 55 and 22. Cast thy burdens upon the Lord. That's the whole reason why you get put in a situation for you to call on Him. Because what you're going to do when Jacob's trouble, you're going to be calling on Him. Right? If you ain't already doing it now, you're damn sure not gonna do it later. So yeah, man. Just to bring it all home, man. Lord, man, He looking for that, man. That faith, man. That faith is the most important thing you can get as of right now. Now, of course, increase your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in the scriptures. Do all of that, because all that helps too. But that faith, that's what the Lord's coming for. Shall He find faith in the earth, as it says in Luke chapter 18, as the first scripture we got. Right? So when the Lord puts you in situations, bro, don't forget that it's all to test your faith, man. Right? Test your faith in Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Trusting in Yahweh B'Shem Shai, man. That's all it is. It's for you to build up your faith more, no matter how bad it seems, no matter how much the Lord take away from you. Because guess what? We're coming into the time, we're going to lose all of it anyway. But anyways, hey, Lord willing, I was edified through the Spirit, man. Hey, build up that faith as much as possible. Right? Build up that faith, build up your relationship as much as possible, and pray and fast if need to be, to let the Lord continue to increase you, man. Because, bro, like I said, after this, bro, ain't nothing but smiles from here. But anyways, Lord willing, I was edified. I'm in it all by saying, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Machakodash. Let me go ahead and close this lock here. I'm going to redo that. All right, I'm in it all by saying, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Machakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yasharala.